In July 2025, a newborn Japanese macaque named Punch was violently rejected by his troop, leaving him to huddle alone in an empty corner of his enclosure at the Ichikawa City Zoo. For a newborn macaque, this isolation is an immediate physical threat. They have a biological necessity to cling to a mother's body, an action that drives crucial muscle development and regulates their highly sensitive nervous systems. To prevent developmental failure, zookeepers introduced a surrogate, the jungle skog. The jungle skog is a mass-produced $19.99 plush orangutan sold by IKEA. Its long, flexible limbs and soft texture closely simulated the physical resistance and warmth of a living macaque mother. Punch attached to the synthetic orangutan instantly. He gripped its fur with desperate strength, dragging the oversized toy across the rocky terrain as a physical lifeline. The plushie successfully kept his nervous system intact. Yet, seeing a living infant rely entirely on a lifeless stuffed animal visually magnified his complete social isolation from the other monkeys. In February 2026, local footage of Punch and his surrogate escaped Japanese social circles and hit global platforms. This chart tracks a rapid spike across social platforms over a single week, generating 16,000 media mentions and 2.2 million direct engagements. But as the data zooms out to capture global impressions, those numbers are dwarfed by a staggering 13 billion views. That volume of attention triggered strange cultural side effects. K-pop star Lisa from Blackpink flew in to visit the zoo, and creators flooded timelines with AI-generated deepfakes of Punch taking revenge on the older macaques. A single orphaned macaque in Chiba, Japan, had become the universally recognized symbol of the hashtag #HangInTherePunch. As we watch Punch, we often interpret his actions through the lens of our own social experiences. Psychologists call this anthropomorphism, the tendency to attribute human emotions and traits to animals. This manifested in a wave of self-care quote posts and quiet confessions. Users attached phrases like, "Nevertheless, I remain tender," and "It is up to me to care for my pain" to his images. Punch became a digital avatar for anyone who has ever felt out of step with the room. Recently, internet culture gravitated toward dark irony, using animals like this solitary Adelie penguin as a visual stand-in for emotional numbness and existential dread. Punch offered an earnest alternative. The internet actively adopted his struggle as a mirror for their own unmet need to belong, choosing to root for his comfort rather than joke about his despair. Meanwhile, corporate executives at IKEA realized they suddenly owned the most highly visible, emotionally charged product placement on Earth without spending a single cent. The traditional corporate reflex in this scenario is aggressive capitalization. Brands rush to launch a hashtag, hijack trending conversations, or push limited edition products to maximize immediate profit. IKEA chose a counter-strategy known as orchestrated serendipity. Orchestrated serendipity is a marketing approach where a brand supports an organic cultural moment with subtle, authentic actions rather than overt promotion. Their first major move happened entirely offline. The CEO of IKEA Japan personally visited the Ichikawa City Zoo to donate 33 additional plushies, intentionally avoiding a flashy press spectacle. Their digital response was equally minimalist. They posted simple, quiet images of the plushie with a short caption, "Sometimes family is who we find along the way." The approach worked because it avoided the hard sell. Marketing analysts noted that by prioritizing tangible support over commercial messaging, the brand's presence was received as a rare feel-good moment, with sentiment tracking showing nearly 60% positive engagement. This bar chart shows the massive commercial fallout of that restraint. The flat $19.99 retail price was quickly eclipsed by a surging $350 resale value on secondary markets as the standard toy sold out globally. Eventually, the digital and commercial frenzy faded. The focus returned entirely to the physical reality of Punch's life in the enclosure. Recent verified updates show Punch finally leaving the plushie behind. Adult macaques have begun to gently embrace and groom him, visually confirming his biological acceptance into the troop. In an ecosystem driven by artificial algorithms, raw empathy, whether it ensures a primate's survival or secures corporate resonance, remains our most powerful connective force.